Hey everyone, and welcome to Survive This Crit RPG edition, where Kylie and I and Mae are going to play together to see whether or not we could survive the horrible situation that is Halloween.
Yes, Nick did us a great honor of writing an RPG, but I will be GMing this round. And we're going to have a great time. You're going to live or you're going to die, and I'm going to enjoy it either way. I will prefer if you die, but I'll be happy if you live as well.
Wow,
that's not fired already.
If you actually read the handbook for Monster of the Week, Kylie, you know you're supposed to be a fan of the heroes.
I know. I'm just here to make the adventure happen, but any hoodles.
I feel like there's going to be some serious sabotage. You're a saboteur.
That is me. I'm a saboteur. Destroying from the inside. Michael's already gotten to me. So, you guys are a couple high school kids who are both in the yearbook club together. Haddonfield High. And
you know what? Photos of people.
You're just mostly writing the gossip columns about them. Just like you're writing the trash about them. Yeah.
Wait, did you say yearbook or the newspaper?
Yearbook. But you know what? They're a very modern school. Yeah, she's picking who's like most likely to be successful. Most likely to live out of a dumpster.
I thought those were based on votes, like class votes.
Not in this yearbook. It's based on the two of you. You're the only two members in this yearbook. It's a lot of work. Nick has to take a lot of pictures of people. And Mae, you're like compiling it and adding all the captions. You know, that fun stuff.
I'm wondering now whether or not you actually went to high school, Kylie.
I graduated with a class of 11. So barely. But any hoodles, you guys have to raise a lot of money for, these yearbooks because nobody wants to buy them. And you got to make sure that you have enough money to get them sold. So the two nerds that you guys are, you're babysitting. So that way you can earn enough money to make these yearbooks, these crazy yearbooks that nobody wants to have them made.
But they're so good, man.
I mean, if I'm writing the captions, they are fan-freaking-tastic. So yeah, I stand behind my work.
And my pictures, you could see the sweat just like dripping off of Brett Brukowski, the star quarterback's face as he gets the winning touchdown.
How close are you?
I'm up in his face, right in the TD zone. He gets it. I take my work very seriously.
Exactly. And that's why you have to raise this money, because Mae had previously said she doesn't like kids, but she's willing to put up with them for these yearbooks to be made. Because the year of 1978 at Haddonfield High, these books have to be made. Mae, you are babysitting Lindsay. Lindsay's 10 years old, and she's a little rebellious. She, like yourself. That's kind of why you like her. You have a soft spot for her because she's a little bit sassy. She'll give you attitude, but she also...
You don't get attitude.
She also is watching horror movies with you. That's like your guys' big plan for the day, is you're going to watch horror movies together after school. You're going to basically corrupt her by making her watch horror movies with her. So, Nick.
Okay. I don't feel it's a form of corruption, but okay.
Her mother's
like a form of education.
Yes, it's education, but her mother's very strict, so her mother's not going to find out. Nick, you are babysitting Tommy. He's like a big scaredy cat. Like if thunder is booming outside, he's going to just want to go to bed and like hide. He's just not brave, but he does listen, which is very easy for you. But your guys' big thing for the night is you guys are going to carve pumpkins together. So that's like what he's excited for. But you can't make it look too scary or you will genuinely scare him.
Oh, okay.
So the two of you are in houses like across the street from each other.
Your kid sounds whack.
You know, he was whack in the movie, so.
And both of the homes are pretty similar. They're 2 stories with like living room, kitchen, etc. downstairs. And then upstairs are like 2 bedrooms.
Is there fully functioning equipment in the kitchen? You know, like a blender?
Not like Nightmare we're not in the dreamscape, Nick, which is a reference to Nightmare on Elm Street RPG if you've not seen that. We are in the real world.
Nothing worked.
But Nick, what you have is 1970s kitchen equipment.
As long as I have running water and a knife.
Yes, there you go. You have running water and a knife. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So before we get started, you guys can introduce yourselves in character as you're walking home to go pick up your kids and take them to their houses for the day.
So Like, am I just introducing myself to the audience right now, or am I just like introducing myself like the kids walking up to me like, oh, hey, I'm Nick.
Yourself to the audience.
Okay. Okay, guys, I'm Nick. How's it going? I'm intrepid photographer for the Yearbook, Nick DiPinto.
All right, wonderful. Nick is playing a mundane, so he's playing a human. For those of you who did not recognize that he was human based on that interaction. Now, Mae, it's your turn.
Hi, I'm Mae. I am also mundane, and I like to write the truth about people in this yearbook. So Betty and the cheerleading squad, you know what's coming.
And what are your guys' modes of transportation?
I ride a bike.
You would.
Like a bicycle?
Yeah. Because I'm just 16 and, you know, I'm just kind of scared to get behind the wheel right now. That's me, guys. Intrepid photographer Nick DiPinto.
I ride a motorcycle, so still two wheels. I think that's why we get along so well.
Yeah.
One day I'll convince you to up it just a little bit.
You have your awesome exhaust sound that comes out of yours, and I have my little baseball card that's laundry pinned to the wheel of mine. Together, we're just making loud noises as we go through the neighborhood.
Clip those ace cards.
So now that the two of you have gotten your children, your Mae is over at Lindsay's house. Mae's at Lindsay's house. And basically how this is going to work is you guys kind of initially are going to play separately. So I'm going to like switch back and forth between the two of you. So Mae is over with Lindsay. Nick is over with Tommy. Mae and Lindsay are going to start watching horror movies, and Nick and Tommy are doing their homework until they feel like carving a pumpkin. So as we begin, Mae, you notice that there's been like a car following around school a lot lately. Like there's the same car that has kind of circled your school a couple times. It's giving you a bit of anxiety, but it's kind of just something that you're passing over. That's just something to keep in the back of your head. And Nick, knock, knock, knock.
Someone's at the door.
It's your biggest crush. Her name is Kaya, and she is so beautiful. She brought you a pumpkin. She's like, hey, I heard that you and Tommy are going to be carving pumpkins tonight. Do you mind if I join you?
Well, geez.
Nerdy Nick.
Well, geez. Sorry. Thanks, Kaya. You know, I'm not sure I should. You know, thank you for the pumpkin, but I think Tommy's parents would get, you know, kind of, you know, they wouldn't like it too much if we had a company over. You know, I'm sorry.
Tommy comes from around the corner. Kaya! And he gives her a big hug because she's his Sunday school teacher.
And then I immediately start to like pent up my fist, like, darn kid gets more action than me.
It's like the Arthur fist, you know, like the
Exactly.
meme. Like,
That's what I'm thinking of right now.
Kaya says, I promise I won't be a bother. I mean, I also brought a fun recipe. Maybe we can cook together.
Oh, geez.
oh, geez.
You know, that sounds pretty swell. Why don't you come in? I guess, you know, if Tommy's cool with it.
Gee, thanks, Mr. DiPinto. That's what Tommy says as you let Kaya in, and the three of you go into the kitchen. Now, Mae, over here, what horror movie are you guys watching across the street?
Can I leave that to you to decide? I'd have to look one up. I don't know.
You guys are watching, I feel like The Birds would be appropriate. We referenced it in our last episode.
That's fair.
And there's a small
watching The Birds.
girl character in it. So you guys are watching The Birds. It's been out for quite a while. It's, you know, it's a good time. And things seem normal. However, out the corner of your eye, you notice that same car drive by your house again. It just drives by though.
Drives by, and I get up and I go outside and I look to see where it's going. Like, do you live down the street? Are you going to be pulling into a driveway? What is going on here?
Go ahead and roll investigate a mystery. Let's see if you can figure out where he's going, where it's going. Dun, dun, dun.
So the first one is a 3.
Okay.
Ah, the second one is a 2 plus 1, so 6.
So you just see him driving straight down the block past, Nick's, Tommy's house where Nick is at. And he just kind of turns the corner to the right and you don't see him again for a bit.
Okay. I can go back inside and shut the blinds. And I'm like, all right. But I keep one blind partially open so I can see if it happens again, though. I like to be aware of my situation.
All right.
So,
you know what? That's good. That's really good. Nick, you are just so excited that Kaya is here with you.
Shucks.
And Tommy is just overjoyed. He is braver than you've ever seen him. And the three of you are cooking in the kitchen together, some butter noodles, because Tommy's like also a picky eater. You notice how her hair gets buttered noodles? Noodles that have butter.
Noodles and butter. Yes, noodles and butter.
And cheese.
It's just a thing.
Yeah, it's just plain. Yeah, it's like the typical kid thing. They just want macaroni and no cheese.
But you don't. I love butter noodles. I'm an adult and I love butter noodles. Yeah, I can't believe you didn't know what buttered noodles were. I'm shocked.
I don't feel like I'm missing out, but all right.
Anyways,
you're not missing out. It's just a normal kid thing.
Sorry.
Back to the story. You notice that one of Kaya's curls kind of goes in front of her face as she's stirring the pasta, and you have the bravery with a trembling hand to move the curl out of her face for her, tuck it behind her ear. And as you do that, you notice like a shadow pass over the window very suddenly, but then it's gone. It's almost like you're not alone.
Well, I'm not. Kaya's here, and so stop me.
Yes, he is head over heels in love.
I go ahead and I look out the window where I saw the shadow come from to see what happens. So I investigate a mystery.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, 5.
You're so overwhelmed by Kaya's beauty that you look, but like it's so quick, you really don't care. You don't want to break eye contact with her. You're almost staring at her at this point. You're kind of just like,
oh jeez.
As she's stirring her noodles, like you have the courage to move the curl out of her hair, and
Gee, Kaya, you stirred those noodles pretty well.
And you have no idea what passed by. You don't care. You're just in this moment of heaven.
I'm so nervous. The fact that my crush is right here, right now, in the kitchen with me. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
And Mae, you kept the blind open. That was a good call. The car goes by again. What you feeling? What you thinking?
I'm calling Nick. I'm
right.
gonna see. Hey, are you seeing this same car go by that I'm seeing?
Go ahead, ring each other. Let's see how this is going to play out. You're going to probably have to roll against each other a little bit, like roll to convince each other of things, even though you're working as a team. So go ahead and give him a call.
Okay.
Ring.
Ring.
Hello? Hello? Sorry. This is the Doyle residence. Nick speaking.
Nick, it's Mae. There's a car.
Hey, Mae.
There's a car creeping outside and it keeps going by. Are you seeing the same thing?
I haven't really noticed anything. Things are going pretty crazy over here, Just having a blast with Tommy.
Pretty crazy? Having a blast with Tommy? Tommy's a wimp. How are you having a blast with Tommy?
Tommy yells, I heard that.
No one likes you, kid.
So Mae, what was the reason why you called?
There's a creepy car that keeps driving by. I've been seeing it all day. And I just saw it twice again. I don't think something's right. Tommy starts
to cry louder because he was insulted by Mae's comment. And Kaya is a little overwhelmed as she's making these butter noodles and Tommy is like just clinging to her leg.
I'm like, hey Tommy, maybe some personal boundaries, kid. Personal boundaries are always nice.
Well, open your curtain or something. Keep an eye out because something's not right. I keep seeing this car.
Okay, I'll do. Thanks for letting me know, Mae.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well done, you two. Well done.
Okay, so I go over and I pop open one of the blinds.
Mae, as soon as you hang up the phone, you hear Lindsay's dog start to bark outside. A dog that goes by the name of Kara.
Trust that. Okay. Dog is barking. Gonna go look and see what she's barking at. So
Okay.
I guess I have to roll for that.
Yeah, definitely need to roll for that.
10. 10, 20s
yes!
and investigations.
So what you see for a brief second is a very large man in like a navy jumpsuit in a white face. Like he's clearly wearing some sort of mask, and he's standing at the base of the, like right in front of the dog, just cocking his head at it, just staring. And then you turn away for just a blink of an eye to tell Lindsay or to call Nick, and you turn again and he's gone. But so is the dog.
Are you saying you just jacked my dog?
Lester the dog?
Okay, this is like going to some like John Wick right now. Like, not okay. If the dog is gone, then I go into like, okay, this is really concerning. Some guy with a white mask looking at my dog, and now they're gone. I go inside and I start checking every single window, every single door. I tell Lindsay that she's not allowed to leave the living room. And I freak out.
So Lindsay's a rebel, so you're definitely going to need a roll to see if she'll actually listen to you, like manipulation or convincing. Just try to convince her like to stay, because she's like, we're watching horror movies. I just want to watch movies with the volume all the way up. May.
Yeah, well, not in my house. Okay,
you're in Lindsay's house. She's a child.
I outrank, so I'm gonna put my foot down. Lindsay, you two can play this game. How dare you speak to me that way? You sit your butt down on that couch and you don't move. And I'm going to roll to see if there's a 4 and a 1 and a 5, but +2 charm. So 7.
7. All right. So you get her to sit down, but she's not happy about it. Meanwhile, over at the Doyle residence, Tommy was crying. He was so upset, and Nick didn't do anything to help. So Kaya is a little overwhelmed. She needs help being calmed down. She's a little flustered. She's a little stressed out. She's like, why weren't you helping Tommy? He was so upset. I thought you were good at this.
You thought I was good at this?
And she's genuinely a little bit distraught. She's like, I pegged you as this compassionate, empathetic guy. I wasn't going to tell you this tonight, but I've had a really big crush on you.
Oh, geez.
She's like, I don't know how to feel anymore because you were so mean and cold to Tommy. What if you were that way to me?
Just out of character for a second. For the record, this is not what Kaya is like at all.
No, this is merely a caricature. But Nick is definitely like this in real life, 100%.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but Nick seems pretty on point.
Wow, thanks, guys. I'm like,
you're definitely gonna need to roll something. She's not happy.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for charm. Okay, so 7.
7. All right, a partial success. So what are you gonna say to her?
I'm gonna say, geez, Kaya, that's really sweet of you, and I honestly, I kind of feel the same way. But well, there's just a lot going on with Tommy right now, and May called me earlier, and I lean in a little bit closer and whisper. I'm like, and she was saying like, she saw something, some strange guy going around the neighborhood. So I think it might be a good idea if you leave for the night, and we can continue this conversation later. Maybe like on a date or something, maybe.
Her eyes widen. And she's like, you want to go on a date with me?
Well, yeah, Kaya, I think you're pretty swell.
She's like, I would love that. Let's go to the movies next weekend. Maybe we can watch a scary movie.
That sounds like it'd be a blast. But right now I just kind of need to focus on Tommy right now,
That's fair. Do you mind if I use the bathroom real quick before I leave?
Oh, sure. Go for it.
So she heads into the bathroom. And May, in the meanwhile, you're definitely on edge at this point, and Lindsay is pissed at you. But, you made sure all the doors and windows are locked, which is great. Do you still have the blind open?
Yes, I do.
Where are you at this point? What are you doing?
I'm currently sitting in the living room with Lindsay. I just want to make sure that she doesn't go wandering off and stuff like that because I don't know like who is outside. So sitting there, keeping an eye on the window just in case anything goes by. But I do feel like I should at least get something in my hand because that would set me at ease a little bit.
Okay, why don't you roll? Let's see what you can roll to find something in the kitchen that would be useful.
That's a 6. This is good.
Nice.
This is a good
All
start.
right.
And then a 3.
All
and then
right.
investigate is +1, so 10.
Yeah, you got it. Perfect 10. So you find like a really hardy like knife, like a big knife that had just been sharpened in the kitchen. So you're just chilling. As you come back from the kitchen, you look out the window and you notice that same figure is across the street over at one of the windows of Nick's place.
He's looking in the windows at whose place?
Of Tommy Doyle's place, where Nick is at.
Oh, okay. Good luck, bud. It's been nice knowing you. No, I don't do that. I pick up the phone to call Nick.
Unfortunately, the phone lines have been cut.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Unfortunately, we've now reached that point where the lines are cut. You cannot communicate with each other by phone anymore. And you notice that this figure creeps into a window of the house.
Oh.
And you're just watching.
No, I'm not. No, let's go. All right. I grab Lindsay by the hand with the knife and I go outside and I run across the street to Nick's house.
Okay.
and start banging on the front door. Nick, you sappy idiot, let me in! There's a man in your house! There's a man in your house!
Nick is so like just shocked by what you just said, and he opens the door a little flustered. Like, let's be real, this is a bit of a frustrating moment for him. Nick, you open the door to Mae being flustered.
Wait, she's flustered or I'm flustered?
You're both flustered.
Oh.
I'm very flustered.
Hey, Mae. What's going on? You see something?
Nick, get Tommy, come back to the house right now. I just saw this guy crawl into the window. Don't ask questions. Let's go.
And then Nick remembers that Kaya just went to the bathroom.
Mae, I can't go right now. Kaya's in the bathroom.
There's a man in your house.
What? There's a man in the house?
There's a man in your house.
Are you sure?
I saw him.
Oh my goodness. Tommy, get over here.
You can leave Tommy. Nick, let's go. It's for the yearbook.
Tommy runs over, like, as soon as you say, Tommy, come here, he's like right at your side. He's even like a little blotchy, a little teary-eyed because he's probably cried over something the last like half an hour. He's definitely a bit of a whiny kid.
Oh my goodness.
So what are you guys gonna do? Supposedly there may be something in your house, and supposedly Kaya also went to the bathroom on that lower level.
Mae, we can't just leave. Okay, Kaya's here too.
Kaya's here. Is that why you've been so distracted from not seeing the car drive down the street, Nick? You said you didn't even see it, but you were so distracted with Kaya. What the heck?
Don't understand, Mae. Her hair was in her face, and I just had to move it.
Keep it in your pants. We have bigger issues right now.
Okay. Well, you can't just leave Kaya behind.
Then I'll take the kids over to the house. You go
take the
get
kids.
Kaya.
That sounds like a good plan. Go take the kids over to your house or to Lindsay's house.
So
I'll grab Kaya.
I grab Tommy, unfortunately, and Lindsay, and I run back across the street to the house that has not been broken into.
Has it? You notice that the door is slightly ajar. Did you do that, or did something else do that?
I stand in the middle of the street waiting to get hit by a car. I'm just kidding.
With the 2 children that you guys are babysitting.
I go back into the house, Lindsay's house, and I start doing a check. I put them in the living room together.
The house is set up in such a way that it's basically very similar to Tommy's house. It's downstairs is a living room with a couch connected to a kitchen. And then far away from the kitchen has a door leading to a backyard. that has an open lawn area and a treehouse. And then the second story has 4 rooms, master bedroom, Lindsay's room, guest room, and a bathroom. Mae, where would you like to investigate a mystery? Let's start with one room because you two are still separated. So I want to like go back and forth.
Let's just go into the kitchen for now.
Okay.
And make sure that at least like the back door is locked. Well, first I lock the front door. And if Nick needs to get in, he can scream and I'll come get him or something. We'll see. And then the back door, I want to make sure that that's locked and closed as well from the kitchen because there's an entry point there, right?
Yeah. So when you open the door to the back door to lock it, you notice there's a dead dog outside. It's Lindsay's dog named Kara.
Kara, you killed Kara?
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay, is there a gun I can find in this house? Like, this is where I'm at right now.
I'm sure you can find a gun. I'm sure that's a possibility. But thankfully, you don't see anything. And you're able to lock up successfully. Nick, what are you doing?
Okay, so I turn around and quickly the first thing I do is I investigate a mystery to see if there's any sign that anything's been moved, anything's out of place, whatever. 3, and then +1, so 7.
So you're in there and nothing really looks out of place. Like Kaya's pumpkin and her kitchen equipment is still there. That all seems normal. It just reminds you of how much you like her, if anything. It gives you like little butterflies, little fluttery feelings. And the bathroom, like the area that she went to is like right underneath the stairs that she would take to go upstairs. So the bathroom's underneath and you don't hear anything. It's really quiet.
In the bathroom?
In the whole house. The house is very quiet.
Oh boy. Okay. So first thing I do is I run to the kitchen as well and grab a knife.
Let's investigate a mystery. Let's see what kind of kitchenware is available.
Oh, this is good. 3. Wait, let me roll it again because it's kind of weird.
Okay. Are you really?
It landed in the fold of my book, and so it was like standing up like this. And I saw the 3.
That's fair.
I want to be definitive about this. So I'll stop rolling on my book. And just so you know, it was a 1, so I'll take it anyways out of fair sportsmanship. So that becomes a 5.
Oh, Nick.
Unfortunately, the kitchen, this one is like not super well equipped. There obviously stuff to make noodles. There's pots and pans, There's a mallet. There's not like a really nice set of butcher knives or anything because Tommy has a tendency when he's scared to grab knives and like run with them. So his parents hid them and locked him away to protect you. So they really were looking out for you. But, there's normal cutlery. There's like a normal knife and a normal fork and spoon. And there's glassware and, there's all that normal stuff, I would say. There's pots and pans, though. Pots and pans are pretty heavy. They're definitely like cast iron pots and pans.
I'll go ahead and I will grab, I feel like it's in character for me to grab one of those cast iron pans for sure.
Sick. Yeah, that's a good choice. I feel like out of all the options I listed, that's the best choice. So
yeah, I mean the mallet is a pretty decent choice too, but
mallet didn't work out well for you last time, so
thanks for my. Okay, so I'll grab the cast iron pan, and then I'm gonna rush back over to the bathroom door where Kaya is. I'm gonna start knocking on the door like, Kaya, everything okay in there?
Silence.
I knock again. Kaya, everything okay?
You don't hear anything. Nothing at all.
Okay. I start to. I'm like, that's weird. Where is she not in there? I decide to use. Oh gosh, this can go really bad either way. I guess I'm gonna try and knock down the door.
So what are you using to knock down the door?
Pure body weight, baby.
Please roll for tough.
Oh my gosh, you need to roll for tough. You need something.
Oh, 11.
11.
Here we go.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You, with one, like, the love in your heart is just pounding. As
little did you know, I was one of those gym nerds.
And you, like, just barrel through the door because it's 1978 and these doors are made of like splinter wood. So you barrel completely through the door and crash into the sink. And to your right, what you see is a very, very dead Kaya who's been suffocated by the shower curtain.
I told you.
I was finally gonna get kissed. I get on my knees. No! I was finally gonna know the warm touch of a female hand, but like in my hand. No!
And as you're weeping in pain, you hear a door close upstairs.
What?
The door closes.
I'm gonna grab the phone right now and try and call Mae.
Oh no, the phone lines are down.
You jamming on the little dial pad.
Receiver.
Receiver, there we go, on the receiver. Sorry, millennial here.
I'm also a millennial.
Yeah.
He's in grieving. He's grieving right now. He's mourning.
Okay, I will back off.
Come on,
And you hear thudding go down the stairs.
I start to book it for the front door.
All right. So Mae, you checked the back room and you hear from across the street the sound of someone running in the street.
Good thing my curtain's slightly ajar so I can look and be like, wow, look at Nick running for his life. Where's Kaya?
That's a great question.
And why does he have a cast iron skillet?
As I'm running across the street, I'm yelling, Mae!
So where are you going, Nick? Where in this moment are you going? And Mae, what are you doing in response to his screaming and Nick's running toward you?
Well, I locked the front door, so I feel like I should let him in. So I go to the front door and I unlock it and let him in because I'm a nice person.
I'm Mae on the door. Mae!
Get your butt inside this house faster!
And you notice a figure comes out from the door that Nick had just left, and he is walking slowly, but he has a large stride across the street with a white mask, just walking silently toward you.
Run faster, you idiot!
Roll to act under pressure. Are you going to be able to make it across the street without tripping?
Okay.
Don't you freaking trip on me now!
Mae, you don't understand. I have 0 cool, so I get no modifiers with this.
Nick, don't you trip on me now! Run! Run fast!
Ooh, first one's a 6.
All right, let's go.
And a 2. I got 8.
8? Okay. You know what? You definitely trip a little bit, and he kind of catches up.
What? On an 8?
It's not a perfect. So you make it in the house, but Michael is right behind you.
Oh my gosh. Nick, you're subjecting my life due to your clumsiness right now. And I slam the door.
So what do you guys do now? Now you're together. You're a team at this point.
It's rally time. We need to get tough and barricade that freaking door.
Okay.
Okay, the first thing I say is, okay. Where is Lindsay and Tommy? Where do you have them? Are they right next to you?
I don't know. I left them in the living room together.
I take a quick glance over to the living room to confirm that they are indeed there.
There we go. That's the verbiage we need right now.
Tommy was scared because you peeked over in such a crazed manner that he kind of let out a blood-curdling scream, which throws you all off balance a little bit. And he has no idea what's going on, but he just, like, you disappeared. You abandoned him, and then you reappeared.
Don't make me out to be the villain here.
Exhausted.
I'm like, Tommy, it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay, Tommy. I look over at Mae. I'm like, what are we gonna do with the kids here? We have to make sure they're okay too.
I say, you're right. Absolutely. Lindsay, you know how they all survive in those horror films that we always watch together? You just got to keep fighting and get through the situation. Get into that mindset right now, girl. Let's go. We've been prepping for this ever since I've been babysitting you for all of these years. This is what it comes down to.
Tommy wets himself.
I go over to Tommy after he's wet himself. And I use trust me.
Okay.
I go over to him and say, look, Tommy, there comes a time in every boy's life when he has to be a man. Right? I'm gonna need you. I know how you want to feel right now, Tommy, but I'm gonna need you to act braver than you actually are right now. Can you trust me on that? Four plus charm makes 10, baby. Ooh.
All right. He is on board. He just stares at you as his eyes are like crying. His eyes are leaking. He's crying so much. And his
Pants
pants
fully
are wet.
soaked.
Yeah, his pants fully soaked. Like he had a whole bottle of Sprite or whatever the kids were drinking back then before he just wet himself. He's like, Mr. DiPinto, can I get a change of pants in the meantime? And Lindsay, to your response to Mae, Mae, you gave a very motivating. You also need a roll for that. Roll charm then. Let's see how convincing you are. Because she also is still kind of mad at you. You kind of messed up her movie night.
I love it when people are mad at me. So
it fuels
that's why
you.
I write such good gossip columns.
And ride that motorcycle.
Yeah. Bad chick. Oh no. Okay. 3 is the first one. 3 is the second one, and then a +2. 8.
That's not bad. So let's see. Let's talk about what the conditions would be. She agrees, but maybe at some point she's going to betray you. She runs away and hides now. Or she's going to just try to leave the house. But she'll be tough about it.
Well, so she's doing either or. She tries to leave the house or she runs and hides.
Yeah. Or
okay.
She is agreeable, but she may betray you later.
I think let's do agreeable with the prospects of her betraying me later.
So she looks at you and she's like, I don't like you, but I also don't want to die. So
very smart.
What if it turns out she's the killer the whole time?
Yeah, look at
she's
you go.
Michelle, not Michael. So what are you guys doing at this point to protect yourselves? You gave your motivating speeches. You know, there's this man still on the loose somewhere. He was at your front door, but you guys have been talking a long time. So who knows where he is now?
Okay, so I think at this point I would assume the image looks like we're standing in the living room, back to back. We each have our respective kids like pulled to our side. Maybe I have Tommy a little bit closer than Mae has Lindsay there.
I have Lindsay pretty close. Just because I like her doesn't mean I don't care about her. Lindsay, come here. She's right next to me.
Okay. So I began to kind of just scan the surroundings, I'm trying to look for like shadows outside the windows or anything like that, or hear any noises right now. So investigate a mystery.
Nick, we need to decide what we're going to do, because if we wait in here for him to come and get us, we're all going to die. So we need to figure out if we're going to try and get out and run away with the kids, or if we're going to set up something to be able to defend ourselves once he gets in here. I don't know what to do.
Nick, what was your investigative mystery? Because you did play that move first.
Yeah, okay. So I'll do that first. Okay, so 9 with sharp makes 10.
Okay. You hear a window break upstairs.
I'm like, you heard that, right? Okay.
Yes, I heard that. I'm not an idiot.
Okay.
Sorry, it's my character.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I think we have to get a hold of the cops or someone, we got to get the kids to safety.
What are the cops gonna do? There's clearly a killer walking around on loose, some crazed man, and killed my little person's dog. Like, don't you think that he'd already be caught if the cops
hear Lindsay yell,
"My dog's dead!"
That's right.
And
yeah,
Lindsay,
that's how serious the situation is, Lindsay. This guy killed your dog. Now, do you trust me?
Lindsay she's upset at this point. So she flings open the back door to go verify that the dog is dead.
The back door.
That's even worse.
We have to get a hold of like we gotta start banging on front doors or something, you know.
We need to go out the back and get Lindsay first.
That's true.
You hear creaking upstairs.
Oh my god, let's freaking rally. Let's go. We go out the back door.
We go out the back door. I got Tommy in my hand.
But we need a high ground. So obviously the treehouse, best option.
Lindsay is sobbing over her dog. She is very hard to get control of at this point. She's like thrashing and trying to hit you whenever you're coming near her. She's weeping over her dog. Nick, are you and Tommy just like yeeting to the tree? Are you waiting for Lindsay and Mae?
No, I'm going.
Go.
Okay, I'm yeeting, and as I walk or as I run past Lindsay, I just say, "Don't worry, we'll get you a new dog."
Yeah, just a new dog can replace Kara.
And Mae, I think you're gonna have to roll something to actually convince her to come with you because she is like distraught. This dog has been here since she was born.
Also, so I could either do like the charm to convince, or I could do like the sleeper pinch on her and knock her out and then pick her up and take her to the treehouse. Okay. I'm leaning more towards that.
Yeah, if you want to try.
But Mae, the yearbook money. if Lindsay's hurt.
No,
think of the yearbook money.
It knocks her out, but there's not going to be like any marks or anything like that. And
Mae, how does your character know about this? It's a great idea. I'm just, I think you're going to have to roll for it is what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is that I ride a motorcycle, so clearly I know some stuff about life.
Including how to do.
It's the only indicator.
You've watched enough Star Trek to know that.
Yeah. I watch horror films all the time. There's stuff that happens in those movies all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's roll for it. Let's see if you can actually get this sleep pinch on her.
Okay.
So I think you would need to roll something along the lines of tough because it's a physical thing but it does take skill. So if you have anything that involves like manipulating the human body.
But not too tough, you don't want to break her neck.
Don't we?
No, for the yearbook money, Mae.
For the yearbook money. We'll just go for tough, which gives me a +1.
We'll call it a custom move. We'll call it night-night.
Call it nap time.
Yeah. That's how you keep getting hired by her. She's notorious for not napping, and maybe you normally do a sleeper pinch on her and make her go to sleep.
This did not work at all.
What did you get?
I rolled 3 and then I have a +1, so 4.
Just play it off like you were just patting her shoulder. Wow. Like they're there.
This was poorly executed.
They're there.
You pinch her and she goes,
"Ow, what are you doing?"
And she runs back into the house and locks the door.
Oh my goodness.
I'm never getting paid for this job.
And you notice that there's a broken window upstairs, almost as if someone climbed like the terrace to get into the house earlier.
Yeah, well, I'm not going up that way because I could hurt myself on that. I want to break into the back door. I look for a rock around me or something to break the window.
Okay, let's investigate.
Freaking kids. Damn kids. All right,
Damn
6
kids.
is the first one, and then a 4, and then +1, so an 11.
11. Okay. Yeah, so you bust through that door. Similar to what Nick did earlier, these 1970s doors are not great. Like, you're a strong motorcycle girl. You, like, just shoulder, like, your way into the door and break in. But unfortunately, Lindsay is nowhere to be seen. And unfortunately, you hear steps coming down the stairs, and they're big.
Okay. I start screaming, "Lindsay, where are you? He's in the house. Why would you go this way? What have you not learned from everything I've ever taught you about creepy stuff?"
And you are face to face with the killer at this point. He turns and he just stares at you and cocks his head. And the back door is broken, so Nick is witnessing all of this from the treehouse with Tommy.
Wow, that's a really good angle I can get there.
It's like cinematic almost. So you're standing bravely with your sharp knife, face to face with Michael, who has nothing at the exact moment in his hands.
Oh shit. Okay.
Don't give him your knife.
I go and attempt to stab Michael in his chest.
Okay, you're rolling some kick some ass. All right.
Okay. Woo! Woo! Let's do this, guys. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Wait, we gotta let her finish her turn. You
Oh,
got
yeah, you're right,
3
you're right.
total. So you swipe. You're so confident going in. You're just like lunging at him with your knife, and he just steps out of the way.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my.
And then as a result, he grabs the back of your head and slams it on the kitchen counter. I'm gonna roll to make sure that it's a hit. He hits, but not like hard enough to do more than 1 damage. It was only 1 damage to you. He just barely got in the back of your neck and slammed it on the table, but it was not as hard as you were anticipating. You honestly would have expected more. But you hear Lindsay scream because she is hiding underneath the kitchen cabinets right in there. Let's dial back to Nick and Tommy over there.
Okay, first let's settle this matter really quick. How high is the treehouse?
12 feet.
I kind of want to just leave Tommy there and just tell him be
Okay.
quiet. But the second I do that, it's gonna go. Michael's gonna go for him.
He seems pretty preoccupied right now, but do whatever you want to do.
Oh my gosh, if you can abandon me right now.
I'm getting help. Okay, I'm gonna leave Tommy. I use my oops to see if I stumble across anything that's important in the treehouse.
Okay. In the tree house, it's pretty empty. There's toys, but there is a baseball bat and a paddle ball and a baseball.
Okay, I grab the baseball bat. I give to Tommy and I say, "Hold this, okay? Use it if you see anyone that's not me or Lindsay or May come up here. I want you to just chill in the corner and be very, very quiet. Make no noise whatsoever. You got that, Tommy?"
Okay, Mr. DiPinto. My pants dried, by the way.
Good, Tommy. You'll need dry pants for what we're about to do.
Really? He
Yes.
starts getting a little scared. He's shaking a little bit, holding the bat.
What are we gonna do?
I put my hand on his shoulder, look down at the ground. I look up. I say, "Tommy, we're gonna do what we do best." Look up at him. We're gonna save the day.
Like you
Okay.
saved Kaya.
Yes.
Oh, roasted. Okay.
But don't tell Tommy that.
Well, yeah, he doesn't know.
I start to book it towards the house where May is to help her out. I gotta sneak up on him. Can I make an attempt instead? Climb that terrace, go
Sure.
upstairs, and
You're
then
gonna need a really good tough roll, but go for it.
Oh my god. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
No. We're gonna play it simple here. I'm gonna rush it through. I'm gonna
Okay.
rush through the door here.
You rush
And
through
I'm
the
just-
door, and you just come upon this scene. May, now it's your turn to make a move.
Okay. You said Lindsay's screaming.
Yeah, she's screaming from underneath the kitchen cabinets. It's definitely
So
gotten his
obviously-
attention, but he's still focused on you.
Okay. Now that I see Nick is obviously in the same scenario, I'm gonna be like, Nick, I'll lure him upstairs. You get Lindsay to safety.
All right. Do you need
But I have the
to-
cast iron pan.
Oh my gosh. Enough with the cast iron. I have a better equipped kitchen. You might want to check it out, after I lead him away. Just investigate. Do something.
Way to announce the plan in front of Michael Myers.
Yeah, he's like, Michael's kind of just cocking his head at you as you're announcing this whole elaborate plan to him.
Well,
And Lindsay is screaming.
if I die, then she dies. And if I get away and reassess, she may die. So I'll go with the May.
Okay.
It's gonna be May. So gonna roll for what could go wrong. And I'm like, Michael, that was some weak ass shit, bro. Come at me. And I try to get his attention to follow me into the living room from the kitchen.
Okay.
The 4 and a 4, so an 8.
An 8. Okay. There is
Oh,
a
wait,
plus.
but you get the +2, right? Because of the act under pressure with the what could go wrong.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 10, right?
I got a 10.
So you
There
lead
you
him
go.
out of there. He is like
You're
so
welcome.
irritated that you're trash talking him, and he just cocks his head and just like follows you straight out of there. He is walking pretty fast though, so I hope you have a plan when you get in there. And
What's
he
going on? This
He
is a
walks
bad
by the
day.
kitchen and grabs a knife as he's headed to following you. Lindsay, still screaming. Michael is currently pursuing Mae. So what are you doing, Nick?
Okay, would I have enough time in my move to convince Lindsay to go up to the treehouse with Tommy and then go sneak up on Michael and just bang him in the back of the head?
I would say one or the other.
I want to make sure that we have a hold on where Lindsay is, you know. The yearbook money, Mae!
This is life and death. The yearbook money.
So are you going to investigate a mystery, try to figure out which one she's in?
Oh, and I thought I already knew which one she was in. No,
She's
I don't.
screaming, but there are multiple cabinets. There's definitely more than one under the kitchen.
No, never mind. She is. I don't know where she is right now. I thought she was just like right there in plain sight, hiding underneath the counter or whatever. I am gonna instead use my own what could go wrong, and I'm gonna rush into danger and get up behind Michael Myers and slam him across the back of the head with a
Let's
cast iron.
go. Let's freaking go. Let's go. I'm here
All right.
for this.
So you gotta roll. Let's do it.
5, 1, but with, was it tough? I have a +1, so that makes 7. So I could either inflict an extra harm, or it was a 7.
It's not a full success because it's only a 7. What I will say, what you can do, you can definitely barrel in there because I'm so moved by your bravery. It's the first time that the character Nick has been really brave this game that I'm gonna give him, just out of my GM heart, I'm just gonna give him a bonus action. So you do barrel in there, and yeah, go ahead and take another action without consequences. You were like right behind him.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go for a swing with my cast iron.
Kick some ass. Let's go.
Oh yeah, okay, so I'm gonna kick some ass. Okay, 2. Okay, so I got a 5.
A 5.
Yeah.
So you like here with your trembling arms, you do a nice little bonk on the back of the head, and he just turns around and tries to stab you with his knife.
Oh no.
So let's roll for that. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure that stabby stab actually happens.
Oh my gosh.
An 8, a successful stab, but you're not like bleeding out by any means. You only take 1 harm.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so that puts me at 6.
Yeah. So you take a harm, you're bleeding. You're more shocked that you're bleeding than anything, than that you just got stabbed.
Oh jeez. What?
You're a little afraid of blood.
Nick, you idiot! What are you doing? You can't do that with a cast iron. Why
And
would
now-
you come in here with that? You idiot!
Kick him in the balls. Kick him in the.
Oh, this is my time. This is my run and jump, kick, break his freaking knees with both my feet, like in the air.
Yeah.
Ah!
Hoo-ah! All right, let's
I'm
see.
going for it. I'm going for it. Kara, blow on these. Okay, she sniffed them, but she was not entertained, so hopefully we do
That's
well
fair.
here.
Use
How did
your
that
luck.
go?
Use your luck.
Oh, okay. I got a 7 plus 1, so an 8.
An 8.
So it's
Okay.
not horrible, but
It's definitely not horrible. So you definitely you spring off the couch and you throw yourself into his kneecaps. It looks cinematic. And you overshot a little bit. You kind of hit him just in the gut, but he does double over in intense pain. He's in pain. What?
Question. So since he stabbed me, wouldn't it make sense that I would be on the floor and on my hands and knees, just in pain? Which means that which means that we technically tabletopped him, don't you think?
Yes, that's a very creative way to phrase that. Because he turned around when Mae started yelling at you while you're bleeding. And then with that kick, he does kind of fall back. So he is definitely he's prone. He we'll say he took one harm because that was it. I'll call that a collective effort.
This is our time.
Like, his nuts definitely hurt if he even has any. He's a messed up dude. So he's down on the ground for just 1 second. But Nick, you are also on your hands and knees. You know, as Michael does, he quickly gets up silently, grabs Nick by the neck, and starts choking.
Is the knife in Nick right now, or is it like on the ground?
No, it was just a stab, and then he drops the knife when you kick him, and he goes up to grab Nick around the neck. So Nick, let's see. Ooh, that's a perfect little 12 there. So you take one harm, and you're gonna remain in this strangle until you can roll a toughness of at least 9 to get out of it.
Oh boy. Okay.
So you're definitely being like choked out from behind by this giant man.
So do I get to go right now and do that?
Yeah, you gotta roll a toughness check.
Okay.
Come on, guy.
2. I got a 9. I did get a 9.
Got a 9?
I guess I hit him in the nerds.
Hit him in the nerds with your elbow. I like it. Awesome. So at least you're not strangling anymore. With that, Michael is temporarily like bent over, but he is gonna use his move to stand up. So now, May, you get a chance to get at him.
Oh, grabbing that knife off the ground, homie. And clearly he's off kilter by getting hit in the nuts. And I go for his neck with this knife. Like, I'm here for it.
Right, let's go.
Let's rally. Okay.
All right.
The dog has abandoned me. I'm on my own here. There's no
the
luck
dog's
to be
dead
had.
in the backyard.
My actual dog. She's supposed to bring me luck. Okay. I sit there and I'm like, get off my friend Nick, you son of a bitch. I'm here in my house. It's not my house. You're not supposed to be in here. And I pick up his knife and then I go for his neck. All my awesome strength that I have. Okay, 7 + 1, 8. Why do I keep getting 8?
All right, you know what?
Hey, it works, you know?
It works. Like what happens basically though is you're so motivated. You do slash him in the arm, which is like definitely uncomfortable. But you're not inflicting any like real harm because he is such a like omniscient killer. So you do a nice little slash to his arm, but you do miss his neck. But you are face to face with him now, which is a real bummer because he's gonna try to strangle you too. So he uses his big meaty hands and gets a nice grip around your neck. Rolled a nice 10. He's just got a nice grip around your neck. And you take one harm. You could try that. You could try to charm your way out of this. You take one harm to start, but you have to roll a toughness of at least 9 to get out of it.
How much do I need to charm to get out of it?
At least a 10.
At least a 10. I get a +2. I think I should go for it. Okay, I'm gonna try and charm my way.
Oh my goodness. This better work.
I'm gonna try and charm him out of this chokehold. Can I get a oh yeah? Oh yeah! Stop! All right, gonna do this again. Can I get a oh yeah? Yeah! Oh my gosh! Yes! I rolled an 11, and then I have a +2 charm.
You're in this chokehold, and you're like,
oh yeah!
And he's just so shocked that he like drops you for a second, and he's literally just in shock, and he kind of just cocks his head at you, but he is shocked enough that he literally drops you after only taking one harm. That's amazing. All right,
Yes.
Nick, what are you doing next as you're trying to defeat this bad boy?
I'm
Who
grabbing
apparently
that
is not
cast
into
iron
king.
skillet,
Oh my god!
and I'm gonna just once again go for one foul swoop across the face.
All right, go for it. Let's see what you can do with that kick some ass.
And I'm gonna go with my last what could go wrong on this.
Okay. Very
So I want to
nice.
make sure it works this time.
Oh my gosh.
5, 5. So 11. So I'm gonna go ahead with the extra harm that it will cause.
Okay, so you like, it's your fucking cinematic moment. You like bend down and you backhand him with the cast iron skillet, and his head does a full you would have thought like it could have broken a normal person's neck, but he's still standing there. He does take 2 harm. You notice some like red to start to drip from underneath his mask a little bit, but he does take 2 harm in the process. Congratulations. Yeah, he's not doing great, but he's still here. He unfortunately is still unarmed. As a result, what he's going to try to do is he is going to try to strangle Nick again. So he does try to strangle. He reaches an arm out, but it was so disorienting with his head whipping that way just now that he like kind of misses. Mae, what would you like to do?
Is there a heavy bookcase in the area by chance, or like near him? Like,
there's not a heavy bookcase near him. You guys are kind of like right in the entryway of the living room because that's where the couch was that you like catapulted off of. There's stairs to your right that would lead upstairs, and then if you looped around the stairs, it would take you back toward the kitchen.
I'd be hesitant to like lose sight. That's my whole thing. It's like I don't want to lose sight of him because then it can be like spring attack. So I want to retry with the knife. Like the knife is nearby, right? Like on the ground.
Yeah, you've been holding on to it. Yeah,
okay,
you probably dropped it when you got strangled, but you can pick it up back up.
Pick up the knife, and just remembered I had this right next to me. So no big deal.
Perfect prop.
It is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, definitely just a prop. Then I kind of obviously I'm struggling to get it in his neck, so I just dropped. Have the knife and I put it in like the side of his thigh because that's like closest.
Oh hell yeah! All right.
To try and at least disable him if we need to actually choose to run away at this point. So
nice.
All right.
Let's roll kick some ass. Let's see what you can do.
I feel like my has helped my rolls, but I don't know if it's appropriate to continue to do.
No, go for it. If it's helping your roll,
every move's got to be big,
right? Oh yeah. Oh. It went 5. Okay.
All right. It's still working. That's what your dice do.
If I have to do this every dice roll from like here to the end of the time, I'm gonna do it to get my numbers. So, oh yeah. That's not how it works. Okay. I have an 8 plus 1 tough, so a 9.
A 9. You know what? That's pretty good. So I will say you do stab him, but it is slightly below his thigh. You kind of get him more in the kneecap, if anything, which definitely is excruciating. And I'll say, you know what? Yeah, he can take 1 harm from that because it's been a rough day.
It's been a rough day for Michael Myers.
At this point, Michael is just, he's having the afternoon. So what he's going to try to do is he's actually, because you guys are both within distance, he's going to try to grab your heads and clank the 2 of your heads together because he just wants to get out of here. He rolled under, so I'm going to say he's only going to take 1 of you. If I roll between a 1 or a 3, it's Nick. If I roll between a 4 and a 6, it's Mae. It's Nick. I rolled a 1. So he tries to clamp both of your heads together, but he's still a little disoriented, so he actually ends up grabbing Nick and holding him up, getting that cast iron pan out of his hand. And he's just kind of holding him like in the air. His legs, basically by the neck, but he's not really strangling you yet. He's like, you just feel pressure.
My cast iron.
So what are you gonna do, Nick, now that it's your turn?
Well, first I was gonna scream, Mae! I feel like that's in character for me. Mae!
Shut up, you idiot!
And then,
oh my gosh.
I am going to try and kick my way out of this, I guess, is the best move I got.
Okay.
Or you could charm your way out of it.
No. Even life or death situations, I have morals and live by.
Wow.
I have a code.
Go ahead and roll some kick some ass. Let's see if you can actually kick out of his grip.
4, 2, so 7.
7?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you do not kick out of his grip today. So
What?
he is just holding you in the air.
I'm just flailing my legs like an idiot.
Yeah, you're flailing your legs like an idiot.
Sounds right.
And at this point, Mae, you start to hear the sound of a cabinet door opening in the kitchen.
That's not my problem. Like,
Oh my goodness, man, the yearbook money.
as much as I want that yearbook, like, Lindsay, right now, like, again, Lindsay, get back in the cabinet! I will destroy you!
What's your action gonna be? Are you gonna try to manipulate her, or are you just yelling that as you're doing something else?
Just yelling that probably won't work anyways. In general, this is how I feel about this particular situation. And
I'm like, Mae, go get help. Get help.
yeah, but then you like die.
I don't know.
If I leave and get help, like, bro. All right, so we got Nick, we got Cast Iron. Like, as soon as I leave the room to like go get help, 9 times out of 10, Michael is gonna like beat him over the head with that cast iron. It's just is coming, right? Like, and I see that. I'm like, he holds all the power. Nick and his tiny little legs could not wriggle free. Like, I have little hope left for him. So,
Tiny legs, guy. Go to the gym.
like,
This was before you went to the gym. This was pre-Robert being your trainer.
I was gonna say,
This is a
you
shout out to Robert, because he
you
said
seem
he doesn't
pretty
listen to our show.
Yeah.
You seem pretty nerdy at this point, so like, let's.
Yeah.
Okay, go get help in that scenario. But if I continue to try and like get you free, we have more of a chance of taking down Michael. Whereas, like, if I run to safety and get help, he may come back for me later. And this is like a whole nother.
I like how the concern is you.
Of course, the concern is me.
He's
Once-
chaotic evil.
Oh,
Like-
that's true.
I want to live. Duh.
The power of friendship, Mae. Come on.
Well, you know, you're just a yearbook friend, like, not actually.
Oh.
The power of the yearbook club. Will they be able to
Yearbook
overcome?
club. You ride a bicycle, I ride a motorcycle. We are not the same.
But that's the point.
So
I
as
know.
you're contemplating all of this quickly in your head, Nick is starting to turn a little bit red just from the stress. He's sweating like profusely too.
Okay, I'm gonna book it out front, unlock the front door, and start screaming for help in the street.
Okay.
Nick, have good rolls to defend yourself. I'm sorry, that's all I'm gonna say. So I'm like, anybody! Do like some Simba stuff. Does anybody hear me?
Whoa, you should use your panic button.
Panic button. Oh, okay. Nick did. Well, that says name the route and you'll roll. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but then that whatever you say will work.
Oh, okay. Going out into the street from the front door, and
Okay.
then I scream for help. Like, anybody, come help. There's a man inside this house.
All right. Yeah.
Go for sharp.
Oh my gosh. It's a 12.
Ooh!
Beautiful.
Sixes.
Well done. So you run out and you like scream into the streets like, anybody!
Whoa, you should use your.
It's like soap opera level of like theatrics happening right now. And Michael definitely turns his head. Michael has one more move. Sorry, Nick.
It's okay, I got 5 harm. I can take some more hits.
So he is gonna just whack you once on top of the head with a frying pan and drop you. I'll call it 2 harm, you know, because it's getting smacked on the head with a cast iron and dropped from the air. It's pretty bad. So you take 2 harm, but he does start to head out into the street. However, your cry for help worked. You notice that a unmarked vehicle pulls down the street, and he's like, "What's going on?" And there's Michael standing at the base of the doorway.
Wait, who comes out of the car?
It's a man she doesn't know.
Okay.
Sir, there's a man inside. He's ginormous and he broke into our house and he's tormenting us. He stabbed my friend. I need your help. Help me. I'm poor.
He turns.
I work
and
on the
he-
yearbook.
I have no experience in this. I just am a yearbook club. I just want to publish all of my gossip and watch scary movies with this really annoying little girl named Lindsay. And my friend Nick is stabbed.
The man turns to you and he says, "What you've interacted with is the face of evil himself." And Michael appears in the doorway at that moment, and you see this suave man whip out a pistol and just shoot for the guy. Let's see if he's gonna hit. Shoot for the guy in the door frame. Nick is on the ground in there, but he's not giving any care to who's in the house right now, apparently.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna shoot the little girl. Oh my gosh, this is not good.
No, he rolled very well. He hit Michael in the chest hard, and he takes 4 damage. Like, Michael's not looking good at this point. So, in the house, Nick is kind of unconscious. The kids are somewhere. We don't know where Lindsay is at this exact moment. Tommy's probably still in the tree house, but Michael is down temporarily. He is unconscious, supposedly. And you look at him and you say, "Was that the boogeyman?" And he looks back at you and he says, "Yes, it was." And you both look back toward Michael. And he's gone.
This is what I'm saying.
For today, you guys have evaded Michael. And you guys fucked him up real good. He was down to his last life.
Thank goodness.
Congratulations.
Nick
is on the ground, unconscious, has a bit of a head wound. Tommy is crying for some reason. It's probably because he saw a man in a mask stumble by him. And Lindsay was in the kitchen with a knife. She was ready. She was ready to keep fighting.
My girl.
But congratulations, you two. Just by the skin of your teeth, you have survived.
Skin of her teeth. I was doing really well. Okay.
What about the aftermath of finding Kai's dead body? What goes on there?
Yeah.
So Tommy's parents come home and they find a dead woman in their downstairs bathroom, and their son is not there, and their babysitter
You are not getting
not
paid, bro.
Wait, this isn't like a babysitter's club situation? I can't just run in there, clean up the house, and get Tommy back in there? I'm like, Tommy, shh, no secrets.
You're unconscious and bleeding. But so when you wake up, Dr. Loomis is standing over you with Mae, and he kind of explains. He's like, this man is the face of evil himself. He's the devil incarnate. And once he pursues somebody, he's not going to stop. I don't know why, but he's chosen you. And I will fight for my life to continue to make sure he does not pursue you further. But he may continue to pursue you, so you best be prepared in any way you can. Because he's not gone. He's just gone for tonight.
This is why I wanted to destroy him.
Oh my goodness.
And Lindsay looks at you and she holds your hand for a minute. She's like, let's go.
Yes.
And Tommy's in the treehouse. No one knows he's there. You told him be quiet, and he's crying quietly to himself, and just holding the baseball bat.
Yeah. So now I'm going to pluck this child, Lindsay, and mold her into my own image. And when the time comes, me and Lindsay will freaking take this down because Nick couldn't even wiggle free. She was in the kitchen ready with the knife. That's my girl. Okay.
Wait, did you see the slap I got with that cast iron? Ooh. So sick.
Yeah, Nick wakes up and he's kind of he has a bit of a concussion for sure. But he's definitely in a place where he's like, did a trick-or-treater break in? What happened?
Trick-or-treater break in? What? Oh my goodness.
It could have been a trick and not a treat. But
Oh
congratulations, you two. You survived. But he did get away, so there will be a sequel.
Oh no. I'm just glad I didn't get accused for Kai's murder, that's all.
I thought about it, but you've had enough of a hard day. In the end, the two of you graduate high school with yearbook made by Mae and Nick. Mae got her name first, so Nick wouldn't go to prison. and Tommy and Lindsay are both there to see you at graduation. And Tommy doesn't wet his pants anymore. This night really matured him.
But tell me, was the yearbook sick?
The yearbook was so sick. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. It's GM Kylie, aka Michael Myers, here with our two survivors. And just thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe wherever you're listening, and why not share this podcast with a friend? You know what? A friend could use some uplifting murder stories right about now. So this is even better than true crime because it's imaginary. So share it with a friend. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.